want to say it again?
Taller than Blake Hero.
All right, it's hard to Black. What's going on, guys, bro? We got Kobe. He finished 10th place today, bro. Playing the Orcust. All right,
I got my boys.
Yes, sir.
The band came out to play.
All righty.
Okay, so I'll do shoutouts at the end, I guess.
Okay.
So 3 of Armageddon Night on crack. This card's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Can I curse?
Yeah, you probably could.
This card's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really cool combos that you can do.
Yeah.
In a second, I can show you the combo at the end. I didn't do that on Bortles' profile, so maybe this one will go on Joshua Smith's channel.
Okay.
But who knows? The best card in your deck.
Yep.
It's really hard. It's pretty hard to lose if you draw this.
Oh, yeah. Dude. That card is crazy.
3 Nightmare and 3 Heart.
Yep.
You can 100% play 2 of this card. You cannot play 2 of this card. This card went to 3, so you play 3 of it. Okay. This card never got hit. There's a reason. But you want to open like some combination of 2 of this.
Okay.
Because that plays through like a Bystial. That plays through a lot of things.
Okay.
Very good combination of cards. You can play 2 of this, but the way I'm playing this deck, I really wanted 3. You play 1 skeleton because if this card gets Bystialed, your opponent played their card very badly. This card's also pretty cool.
That's like the best brick in your deck, bro.
Yes, I drew this card a lot, but when I didn't, it was cool. And when I did draw him, I needed him. So this card came up every single time.
Jeez, yeah, that must be your best friend today, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Baguette du Monde.
Oh, look at that French, bro. Shout out Robin, bro. Shout out Robin.
Yeah, shout out to Robin. I can't even count on 2 hands how many times I got asked what my cards did and then explain what my cards did, and then the judges thought I was cheating. But yeah, so I'm playing these. You have to play this card because like you're playing this one, so you can't play Babel.
Okay.
And you can't afford to side this because your deck can kind of break a board somewhat effectively.
Right.
And being able to set this is kind of game ending.
Right.
You're playing 3 of these because you want to draw one of these at some point during your turn.
Okay.
And you're playing 2 of these because this card helps you grind more. Like, if you've played this deck at all, you know it sucks when you shuffle something back off of this and literally cannot pick up your deck to set a card off of it.
Right.
And in the Runick deck, when you have to activate this, your hand kind of sucks a lot of the time.
Right.
But having the second one means that like you can, as long as you didn't die, you can get out of that bad hand scenario because you can still draw 2 more cards. That's like the best thing that a Runick deck could ask for is an engine that gives you draw power or an Omni Negate or both, and sometimes you do get both. Depending on what you set from Galatea, you either end on a crazy board or a bad board that you have to just sit there clinched hoping that you're going to get to the next turn. If you're setting this card off Galatea, your hand probably sucks. And your board's probably going to be worse. But it's okay. This card it's cool. Triple Rebellion, 5 Bystials. The reason I'm playing 2 of these and not 2 of either of these is because this one gets you to this card, and sometimes it gets you to this card directly. And one time I did this to send this. Because that was kind of cool because I never got access to this, but I had access to this, so on their turn I can Magnamut. And the reason you're playing 8 of these is because you want to open your 2-card combo of this card plus any of these cards, or any of these cards plus any of these cards. This deck is a Runick combo deck, and it will play that way. These cards are fucking awesome. And then this, you can say this is the boring part of the deck. I don't think it is. I think these cards are awesome. Maybe that's the boomer syndrome in me, but like, I don't know. The more that like later I am getting into the career of my game, like this card's everything I could ask for in a card. Like, it's very simple Yu-Gi-Oh. You don't have to like you're beating someone with MST.
Right.
Raigeki breaks sometimes. Like, please don't attack me. Effect Veiler sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, these cards are so crazy when you draw them together, and every single one of these cards is a combo piece with every single other one of these cards except this one.
Okay.
And sometimes it is with this one. The standard Runick lineup, this deck is 43 cards.
Right.
So you could play another one of these, but these cards are terrible.
Right.
You could also play Golden Droplet, but you would be out of the tournament very early if you did.
Right.
That card's also terrible.
I know you gotta kind of play those cards to like have a card that can just resolve. You know.
Yes, you need a Runick spell that isn't like, these are there for going second, really, because you need one of these sometimes, so you don't have to activate these.
Right.
To break, like, you can use these to break a board, and this will get this.
Right.
That's what you want.
Right. Because you don't want to use those, and you can probably just save those for like other cards. Yeah. Damn. Bro.
And then I did play non-engine. It's a talent.
One talent.
I drew this. Like, you're drawing a lot of cards in this deck.
Right.
You will see this sometimes, and sometimes this is the craziest card ever printed. This card's really cool.
Oh my gosh.
And I couldn't fit more because this deck can't really play more, and also. This card is specifically in the deck because I wanted a non-engine card in the deck that I could draw for turn.
Yeah.
Also, it's something that gets sided out a lot. So it works with your siding patterns.
Okay, so this is a 43 card deck?
43.
Okay, nice. Shout out Joshua Smith, you know, for the big stuff. Extra deck?
Yeah. Two of these, one of this. I found that you can't really play less of this.
Right.
But if your opponents don't know what your cards do, and you can play this deck like somewhat competently, you only need one.
Right.
This is just the like oh shit button.
Yeah.
If your opponent's like actually knowing what you're doing and you have to get into a grind game, the second one of these does come up. This card comes up solely because when you are breaking a board, you need as many of your link monsters to do the picking apart. That way you don't have to activate these Runick cards to do it. But if you do have to activate the Runick cards and you still get to do these, your opponent's probably on 0 card. These. I've been trying to play like this at locals forever, and like most of the time it's fine. But you cannot play this deck without 2 of this card. It's so hard to win the game if you have to summon. If you go second, you have to summon this, and you're like, oh well, I can't summon another one. I'll end on an 1800 vanilla pass. Like, you need stuff.
Damn, bro. They got the double SP lineup.
Yeah, it's a little expensive. Unicorn, because IP. And he's dark, so another thing you can break a board with while you're locked.
Yeah, you can pitch your bricks too, like that.
And it draws a card too. And Runick, that matters. This card pitches your bricks, but also it picks back up Fountain, picks back up Regained. This card's crazy. Bomber Dragon. This is like, it has bomb in the name. It's a bomb. If this card gets summoned, the game ends that turn. Your opponent does not have the opportunity to draw another card.
Man.
Like, you can trigger this. When you were playing this and you were summoning this card, you were triggering this 3 times a turn, every turn for the rest of the game.
Man, Raigeki in the board 3 times, bro? That shit's crazy, bro.
And it's, you could pick when you do it. Like, it's good. Runick's, cannot play less of this. I wish you could play more of this, but you kind of can't. The reason you want to play more is because this is the only playable Runick monster that you can summon when you're dark locked. And you only play 2 of this really because like this is an Imperm magnet. Because
you just pitch a card, people just be like, oh, Veiler Imperm, you know?
Oh, they can't Veiler this. It's really hard to Veiler this card.
Oh,
because like I'm doing this in the draw phase, or I'm like activating Gearsu, chaining a Runick spell, summoning this, and then Gearsu's a tuner. Now you kind of have to like, you're kind of panicking. This card's broken.
Oh, the OT Dengrisu, bro.
Yeah, it's French too.
Shit's crazy, bro.
This card is just nuts. I wish you could play more of this. Like, this deck could be crazy if you play 20 extra deck cards, but that's just cheating. But like if this gets banished face down off of a cash card, it kind of sucks.
Right.
And it's really hard to win. Sometimes you do because people don't really play very well sometimes.
Right.
Typhon.
Right.
This card's really cool. I did a little explanation about what, like, something you could do with this where, like, you have, like, this on board. You broke their board, and, like, you need to stick this to kind of just put pressure. But, like, you don't want to stick this over this because then they could just kill this. So you use Nightmare, and you buff this by literally anything. And then you can, this is the highest attack monster you have, so you could just do this. And now you have Ding plus this. They can't really kill this. And they can't activate anything. Like, this card's awesome. It's also a dart. So you can regain, put this back, draw a card, and play it again. Also, it's a dark. So you can do your combo and summon this. There's not many cards you could do that with.
Wow, that's actually crazy. Because like I said, you have the Dingrisha to just protect it. You know what I mean? That's actually really wild, man.
And sometimes you'll do this and have to counter trap. So you put this over the Ding. And like, you have a counter trap. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then the last card's Dispatter, because your whatever combo summons this. So this card is broken. Look how many arms this dude has.
Oh shit, bro.
That's more arms than Blake.
Shout out to Blake. We hate Blake out here. Nah, lying, bro. We love you, Blake. We fucking love you.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a mid deck profile shout out to Blake because he told me he was helping me last night. Like I was like, I don't really know what to play. I don't play this game very often. But he came in hot. He was like, dude, I think these cards should be in your deck. Shout out to Blake. This card got sided 0 times. I could have played this tournament with a 13 card side deck and been the exact same record. Did not matter. But shout out to Blake. This card's awesome. Oh yeah, Blake. There you go. That's your suggestion. It's not a time card. Please don't ban me. This is for literally Snake Eye. But this card is good against a lot of other decks. These don't get sided very often, but this card does. I see you have Dark Ruler right there too. Yeah, so this card also goes in against Snake Eye, funny enough, because I don't want to play cards versus them and them do nothing. So I want these cards, I want to draw like one of these, it do something, and then this do everything else, and then the game is over. 2 of this because this card kind of sucks, and you could play 3. Hear me out. 3 of them. But the reason we even got into this position is because I went through side patterns in every single matchup in the game. I not once put 3 of this card in, and I didn't miss it. Today, I think I sided 1 of these more than I sided 2. I don't know. This card's like fine. But with the way this deck plays, it's so slow you cannot side this very often because you're going to time a lot. Speaking of time, so I use this for the real effect and not the time effect. Hear me out. This card, you could do a combo. You can do a lot of stuff where you make this guy a tuner. A lot of your plays involve this dude being a tuner. And when he is... that's very neat. So you'll do like this, and then you'll have this up here. And then you'll dump Harp. Yes, I'm showing y'all how to do this. Please don't at me. Dump Harp, and then you can Harp for this. And then you do this for Galatea. Galatea, you do not activate its effect yet. Do this, dump this, do this, summon this. Now you Galatea for something, and then you go Ding. Attach, and then you make this here. You activate his effect. Your opponent's like, no response. Then you chain a runic spell, summon Gary, and you let the Ding die. Then you have the Gary. Can't be destroyed by card effects, and then you can link this for an IP or SP. So you can pretty much clear a board by clearing an extra card. Yes. Also, he does burn damage. That matters because this deck it's really hard to put up 8,000. It's really hard. And I actually found myself like in a lot of matchups putting this card in post side over something like if I played against Virtual World, right?
Right.
I took out every single one of my Bystial monsters, so I just can't summon this. So I'm like, okay, this went out, this came in, game 2, and then like I actually used that game. Yeah. And he died. This card's awesome.
Right. Ooh. Oh, that's a sick little tech, bro.
Yeah, this could be Munin.
Yeah.
For the protection effect, obviously.
Right.
But the problem is, you cannot summon Munin if you activate one of your cards because she's a light. So you can't just end your turn with Munin on your board. You can do it with this though. Right. And also, when you're playing into someone and you go first, you set up a board and then they crack your board back. This card's the easiest thing in the world to summon. Okay. Like, card's awesome. Deck's cool. I think if you play this deck really well, you'll do really well with this deck. But you have to play this deck really well.
Right. So, what were your matchups today? Like, what did you play today?
A lot.
You said you played Virtual World, huh?
Yeah, dude. I played against a Pendulum today. Played against, like, obviously your normal meta stuff. Yeah. But, like, I played some Rogue early. Yeah. I lost to Cash. Yeah. And I didn't play a card. Right. That was pretty awesome. But shout out to that guy. Yeah. Shout out to Ashton too. He played. He's a Virtual World guy. Yeah. Shout out to Ashton. Also, shout outs. I almost didn't give them. Oh yeah. Shout out to my team. Yep. Pandemonium Gaming. They gave me this mat with my name on it twice. Oh, so that's pretty damn cool. Woo. Also, shout out to everyone at Lafayette. This isn't like a real profile because 10th place, blah 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 blah. But it's still a deck that I like. Yeah. You don't really see many decks like that. Shout out to girlfriend Kelly for just showing up. Shout out to Blake. Yeah. Shout out to Blake Hero. I could not get here without Blake. Hey, Blake, you made it, bro. You made it. You made it, dude. I'm burning these when I get home. Thank you, Kobe, for sharing your deck profile with my big dog. Yeah, you know how I get. Hell yeah, bro. Like I said, hey, we got more videos coming. Hey, I got James coming up next, bro. James, you got your invite, bro. You got your invite. Yep. James looking kind of zesty right now. I'm not gonna lie. Look a little zesty. I'm not that zesty. I don't know if it's because of the month. James kind of zesty right now. Yeah. All right, but yeah, we out, boys. Houston Regional, we out.